Want to talk? Win a one-score game. Oh, they did that. Y'all want to talk? Ingram impact. Now, look, I'm not trying to dunk on everybody with Evan Ingram having one touchdown, but the significance and the moment that was, I think, matters. So there was an Ingram impact. He's got to be better. But, man, that was a huge touchdown. I mean, the huevos on Sean Payton, man. Unbelievable. Showing the trust in this team, going for that 2-point conversion. That was there. The defense. We had some questions about the defense and what happened against Daniel Jones and what happened in that Chargers game despite just a field goal winning. Can they hold their own? Well, they were able to do that and slow down the Philadelphia Eagles. Kept Saquon Barkley in check, which was each of our second keys on Friday.
Right.
Bo Nix, big comeback win. Oh, Bo Nix isn't going to win you any game. Y'all want to talk about that one today? Because he certainly did that with his fourth quarter performance. You know what I learned about this team? They're starting to figure themselves out. Sean's starting to figure out who these playmakers are. I would also say this about Bo. Like I said, tomorrow we'll get into more things that didn't go right and need to be cleaned up, that they're working on starting today. But, man, the fact that when the game got chaotic, he remained cool, calm, and collected is a second-year player. That going into this, and hell, even throughout the first half, a lot of folks had questions about what Bo was doing inside of that game. It was the first drive where he hits Courtland Sutton in the hands. That's on Sutton, but he had a couple of overthrows in this game. Couldn't hit Marvin Mims when he was rolling out there in the second half. But what he did in the fourth quarter, it reassures the thought that you and I continued to have, that Bo's the dude.
Right.
Sean and Bo together are the fit, and this team, this city, we are in very good hands with Sean Payton and Bo Nix.
Well, where others had questions, we had faith. And I'll put my chips on that every single time. Every time. Because we know that Bo is better than he was playing early on in this game. It's not that Bo Nix sucks. It's not that Bo Nix is painfully average. Vic Fangio, know a thing or two about football, do you think?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
When he says that Bo Nix is like another version of Baker Mayfield, now it's a little odd because Baker's a little guy, but like when Vic Fangio says that, this guy throws around compliments like they're manhole covers, okay? He still hates Drew Lock, right? He loves himself some Teddy Bridgewater, but like Vic Fangio, not a guy, if he didn't think Bo Nix could play, he'd be like, you know, well, hey, it's a young quarterback, and they've been looking for a while, and maybe he could be their guy. No. Vic Fangio said, that guy reminds me of Baker Mayfield. You see what Mayfield did? Balling out. The memes now about the Darnold Mayfield game, which is a sweet throwbacks, the memes are going around of Brady Manning. That was like a Brady Manning, like back and forth.
It's Darnold Mayfield.
It's Darnold Mayfield.
Baker's a real deal. I'm not sure about Sam Darnold.
But when Vic Fangio says that Bo Nix is like a Baker Mayfield, that's an incredible compliment. An incredible compliment. So we all got to calm down. I think everyone just needs to put their damn phones away for the first half, at least. Get the first half in, see what kind of adjustments they make. It took till the fourth quarter to get going. And it doesn't mean that Bo's perfect and, he makes zero mistakes ever. No, Bo makes a ton of mistakes. The nice thing about that supercomputer, and my God, does he need help doing commercials, but that's another story. The nice thing about the supercomputer is he doesn't make the same mistake twice. He learns, he puts it in, it's like AI. He puts it in the system, and then he doesn't make that mistake again. So you're not seeing a mistake repeater. That's the number one thing in football and in life. Don't be a mistake repeater. We're all human. We're all going to make poor choices or poor errors, errors in judgment. Well, what are you going to do it again? You're going to do the same damn thing again? We got some buddies. Both you and I have buddies like trying to fight some stuff, mainly booze.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, okay, how's that work out? Mm-hmm. The Dr. Phil Barnard psychology. What, are you doing the same thing?
Right.
You still drinking a bunch, getting fired from your job? You doing that? Oh, well, that's why it's happening.
Do you know my buddy? You're hitting a lot of boxes here.
We got the same buddy. But like, okay, in football, you keep throwing those picks? Are you going to keep doing that? You going to keep making that mistake? Bo Nix is not a mistake repeater. So he's not going to be perfect. Sorry, Kev. Bo Nix is not going to be perfect, but he's going to learn from his imperfections, and then he's going to have the wisdom to take action upon that and change and be better every single week. And you'll love to see that. There's going to be some struggle moments with Bo. There were struggle moments within this game. And then there was improve, and then there was excel. And excelling in the fourth quarter against that Vic Fangio defense, that was awesome.
I think I hadn't even thought about that, putting our last year's, saying struggle, improve, excel, And he had every single one of those yesterday in Philly. He struggled in the first half.
Oh, yeah.
He improved in the third quarter. He flippin' excelled in the fourth quarter. So that was a little bit more about that Bo. Now, we said this year would be more about the improve and excel, and now that we've gone through the 5 weeks here, trial time is over, right? Sample size, whatever the stuff, we got plenty of that right now. Now Bo has to be that quarterback that we said isn't going to have a sophomore slump, because your extended preseason, right? That's over right now. You're in week 6 coming up. You're getting ready for a week 6 matchup in London, and they're already out there in London. So now we're really going to start to put what Bo's doing under a microscope and go, like you said, you can't have the same mistake twice. It shouldn't take you moving forward till the second half to get more comfortable with what you're being asked to do and throwing the football off of a planted back foot with your base in the right direction. And I think that's what we're going to see out of Bo moving forward.
As the show goes on this week, I've got some really interesting numbers about the Jets, and they're not great, Bob, for the Jets. So guess what this game against Philadelphia does? It raises the stakes. We have a certain level of expectation, and it's always been there, by the way. Enough with this vacillating back and forth. Like, this is an entire season. At the end of the season, if you have a strong opinion on Bo Nix, good for you, bud. Yeah. But for right now, this vacillation, I don't need to see people, and oh God, I could be very specific. I don't need to see people who know nothing about football tweeting about, well, this Bo Nix guy, I mean, I don't know about this guy. No, you don't know anything. It's time to put the phone down. Let this thing play out. Let him go out there, learn and grow. But now with this Eagles game against the Jets, and again, I've got some numbers that are going to blow your mind.
Okay, can't wait.
Against this Jets team, you better be pretty sharp. Not struggle for 3 quarters and then put it together in the fourth. You better have a pretty good game overall if you're Bo Nix, because expectations are raised and the pressure. We were within a week, maybe 2 weeks of the stupid Bengals, but like we're within 2 weeks of remember this conversation? Did Sean Payton put too much pressure on Bo Nix with his Super Bowl blah, 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 blah? If he's putting too much pressure on, you're not that guy. Mm-hmm. He's not the guy. Well, guess what? They got the guy. Despite what everyone says when they're just repeating Todd McShay, instead of actually watching Bo Nix and having real opinions, we heard a lot of terrible opinions about that, and those people are still out there trying to talk and pump themselves up.
You know what I dig about you? I dig that about you, man. We are cut from the same cloth. We're similar in what we believe.
We're blue collar.
Blue collar guys, like the tribe out there. But there are so many people. I don't know when this happened. I think social media has a part to do it. We all think we're a star of a movie, but 98% of the movies suck. And might be my movie that sucks. Instead of, I love the fact that we both believe in, like, I might be wrong on some stuff. You know what? Not even might. I'm going to be wrong on some stuff.
Sure, yeah.
And then I need to come in here and I need to be responsible. I need to say, I was wrong on that. New information comes with
new opinion.
New information comes a new opinion. Well, why wouldn't, like, how stubborn and hard-headed are we as a society that people can't just go, man, I think I was wrong about Bo and Sean. I think they're going to figure this out. And by the way, these same people claim to be fans of the Denver Broncos, but they care more about their original opinion than they do their OG, I believe, fanhood to the team that runs this freaking city. And it's okay to say that you were wrong. Nobody's 100% right in life, in our stupid sports takes that people think are so serious. Like, it's okay to say, hey, I didn't think this kid could do it. He's proven me wrong in real time. Maybe you still have some questions. I still have some questions. I think you still have some questions that are going to be more than fair about Bo Nix. But these people that are willing to die on this hill, hey, see you later.
Yeah.
Good luck on the hill.
Go for it as this team is advancing in the postseason. And how can you not watch the fourth quarter of Bo Nix and go, that dude was balling? One pass hit the ground. One.
Which he was intentionally.
Right. So how can you not witness what he did and then go, okay, can you do that a little more consistently? Now, during the game, I don't check Twitter because, again, it's the realm of the lowest common denominator. But I did have someone reach out, and a good Chicano like me, and he was like, hey, I mean, we got to talk about these questions with Bo Nix. And I was like, let's see the rest of the game. But, you and I do question Bo Nix. We are the Bo Show. But we're the Bo Show that's going to be like, he did this right, he did these 3 things wrong. He did these 2 things right, he did this 1 thing wrong. We're going to talk about it all. Oh, yeah. Absolutely crushed the guy. He's got to be better. The expectations are there. But when you see the whole product, how can you not go, damn, that was good? Now, be more consistent, Bo. start off. Don't have 3 quarters where you suck and then put it together in the fourth quarter. But that fourth quarter was dazzling against a Vic Fangio defense making a comeback that they'd only done twice in 112 road games, being down by 14 plus entering the fourth quarter. They were 1 and 112.
Wow.
Now they're 2 and 112 thanks to Bo Nix.
By the way, looking at their schedule here moving forward, they only have
9-2 at the bye.
Until you get to that week 11 matchup against Kansas City right before your bye, the teams in front of you, no one has a winning record. The Cowboys are 500. That's it. Or well, the Cowboys tied, right? Yeah, so it's 2-2-1. So they have a stupid tie to make them 500.
Yeah, thanks, NFL.
That's what's in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Is
9-2 at the bye.
A whole bunch of winnable games, and then Kansas City, and let's figure out who they are. By the time we get there.
I do not genuflect to the Chiefs at all whatsoever. I'm not afraid of them at all. Maybe they can put some stuff together. Maybe Xavier Worthy's healthy. Maybe Travis Kelce's not washed. I did see over the weekend because Life of a Showgirl dropped, right? And iTunes, which hadn't tweeted since 2019, actually tweeted about it.
Yeah.
Does anyone, I mean, I use Apple Music, but iTunes has been dead since the iTunes store shut down.
I'm a Spotify guy. What is Life of a Showgirl?
It's Taylor's new album.
Oh, okay.
So then the internet, which is undefeated.
You said Showgirl, and I went to Jesse from Saved by the Bell. That's how it works in my
Showgirls
head.
is a great movie. Yeah. It's awful, but it's so bad it becomes good.
I knew she released a new album, and I'm not that stupid. I just didn't know the name of the album.
You eat doggy chow, too? I love Showgirls. I stick by my story, but somebody on Twitter was like, hey, it's nice to know that both Kelsey and Swift are washed at the same time. Because I guess the new reviews they're not great. She wrote a song about his hog. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? I can actually kind of respect that.
I think it's disgusting.
Oh, really? Why? I listen to rap music. They write a lot of songs about body parts.
It's not about some guy's hog.
I mean, I don't know every song that Cardi B's wrote. I would imagine she's got something in the catalog that mentions.
Okay, can we just avoid that, right? Can we avoid that? It would be nice if my music didn't include that, but yeah. I'm not afraid of the Chiefs. I'm not intimidated by that matchup whatsoever. I don't care if it's Kansas City. I don't care if it's in Denver. Doesn't matter. The Broncos are a superior team. Now you must back that up.
See, here's my question. I think I'm going to know your answer. Maybe you'll surprise me. So does this one single win, we had questions about the Colts game. We had questions about Bo after the Colts and the Chargers game.
Yeah.
Does this one single win, this is a question for Cecil, a question for me, and a question to all of you out there in the tribe. Are they back to being this legit contender? Are they back to being, I don't know if darling's the right word, but like the NFL's flavor of the week? Which they spent the whole offseason being that.
Watch SportsCenter or any of the yelling shows today. What are they talking about? Are the Broncos back? And let's take the collective. We need to do this. The Tennessee, whatever, slappies.
Sure.
Bengals game, whatever, slappies. Let's take the 3 games that matter the most. If we're going to do gymnastics about Colorado, and I am doing those gymnastics, by the way, it's why I was stretching when you were doing your Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. I wasn't getting ready for Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. I was stretching. I'm sore from the race. But if we're going to do gymnastics about CU and be like, man, they should be 5-1 if they had actual leadership and a quarterback that was worth a damn and some good coaching. But other than that, they're right there. But like, if I can do those gymnastics and say, hey, the Buffaloes could be 5-1 right now, like they should be with the talent they have. You can't do the same and less gymnastics when it comes to the Colts game, last second field goal, the Chargers game, last second field goal, and then this Eagles game. You face 3 of the NFL's best. Now you're 1-2. It's not great, Bob. But in the way that you lost those 2, doesn't that give you hope? Doesn't that give you, I'll go back to the F word, not that F word, Kev, no dump button. Faith. Where's your faith at? Where's your faith in football and in life? Where's your faith at? Is your faith in Sean Payton and Bo Nix? It better be, because that guy's forgot more about football than all of us will ever know. Let him put this together. Let this thing play out. I don't need the people that don't know football tweeting during the game of like, Bo Nix is just a Stop. You're embarrassing yourself out there. All those people that are tweeting during the game. Well, I mean, Bo Nix. You can have questions about Bo Nix. It's fair. We question Bo Nix every single day, except today. Thank you, Bo. Yeah. But we still are questioning those first 3 quarters. We're never going to shy away from that. Okay? But this team, put your faith in Sean Payton and Bo Nix. Why? Because it could be glorious where you end up.
One of our texters says, you guys think Evan still wants Stidham?
He still owes me an apology.
Oh, that's right. He does.
Okay.
He does.
Yeah.
An on-air apology.
And
I
we
want to double down on
we
that.
still need the tribe to be texting the
Yeah,
other shows
keep hitting 'em
as
up.
the tribe. Hit them all up. Hit them, just text in to the drive, text in to Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth. Like, yeah, do it. Do it. Hold everybody accountable, and that includes holding us accountable as well.
I like this text from a Texas texter. It's literally, I asked, hey, are they contenders? Do you wipe away the Colts, the Chargers loss, and you go, hey, they're right back to how we all felt before the season started. When Sean was talking his talk and the Broncos were on these national shows being discussed as a team that's going to push the Chiefs for the AFC West. Didn't throw your name on it, but a really good text. It says it's literally a blank slate. It's like being on the back nine, as I call it. We've been competitive all season, losing to the Chargers by a hair. Now it's a whole new blank slate. You go, and I can definitely relate to this one. You suck the entire front nine, done that before, and then you go, you know what? That front nine didn't matter. Let's focus on the back nine now with a whole different golf swing and an approach to it. So they're not quite, literally on the back nine of the schedule, but the part of them figuring out who they are. Sean Payton figuring out how I use my players and get the most out of their skill set and agility. That's, I think, where the Denver Broncos are now. And now you can start to, we said it a couple weeks ago, take a little bit off the plate. We're talking about overloading, as you said. You get back to what Bo did well and run the freaking football. That's what Sean did. That's what the second half was about. You know what they did really well at the back end of last season? Bo throwing the ball to number 14. Do a lot of that.
Yeah.
And then you add J.K. Dobbins to the roster this year. Hey, Bo, you're really good at throwing the ball to number 14. Why don't we keep doing that? But in between, we'll turn around and hand the ball off to our best offensive player. That's J.K. Dobbins, and let us carry him to the promised land. So Sean did, I believe, keep it simple. Sean, now is the time where you go, hey, let's continue to do the successful things against bad teams like the Jets, the Giants, the Cowboys, and the Texans. But adding a couple of layers because Bo's starting to understand more. Bo's more comfortable in what I'm asking him to do. J.K. Dobbins is more comfortable in what I'm asking him to do.
Right.
Maybe Evan Ingram's on the field for 60% of the time, and he gets more comfortable. There's so many more things that now Sean can do for his team.
What did we learn from this victory? It's the most fascinating conversation because what we learned is big. I mean, big for this Broncos team. They can beat anybody. That's the main thing we learned. That's the main takeaway. But the other thing is, you can't overload Bo Nix. Not right now. He's not there yet. And we've seen that. And it's very obvious when he's changing the play at the line of scrimmage, it's failing. It's failing. I like the fact that Sean gives him the freedom to do that. But if he would do that less, this Broncos team, he would have the consistency. People are looking for consistency from Bo Nix. The fourth quarter, pulling the rabbit out of your hat, that's awesome.
Right.
We're going to talk about it. It was a great day in Broncos country. But the truth of the matter is this. You're overloading, and Sean was doing this, by the way. This is all on Sean. Sean was giving Bo Nix too much responsibility. Take some of that away. And you take it away by, you know what a great play is? Hey, here's that handoff to JK. Hey, here's that toss play to RJ. Yes, Kev, cover your ears. Here's that screen pass. Keep it simple for Bo. He was doing too much and failing earlier in the season. He failed against the Colts. He failed against the Chargers.
No doubt.
Right? So I think the formula is run the ball. And this is a young quarterback. This doesn't say anything about Bo. We need to stop with this proclamation of like, I know Bo Nix can't play because blah, 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 flipper. How about this? Let the kid grow. Give him time to grow. When you plant something, I don't know if you're a gardener. Maybe that's an old people thing.
Yeah.
So when you plant something.
I've planted a few plants.
And you water it, unlike Amanda who doesn't water any of her plants at all. Kills everything. Just died. I gave her a cactus and it died.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's actually
a cactus. How do you kill a cactus?
Yeah.
So when you water something, a tomato plant or whatever, and it doesn't have tomatoes right away, do you get mad? Do you go to Twitter and be like, my tomato plant, I watered it once and it sucks. This tomato plant, tomatoes suck. Do you say that or do you have patience? Do you wait for it to sprout? We're seeing sprouts with Bo Nix, but clearly Sean Payton was overloading him earlier in the year. And yes, this is very, very true and somewhat painful. He was trusting Bo too much. I don't want Bo calling his own plays yet. He'll get there eventually, but right now, keep it simple, Sean, and that includes for Bo.
Yeah. And it's you can add layers once you've got comfortable with what you know you're good at. And that's getting the ball to Cortland Sutton, finding a way to get Marvin Mims and Troy Franklin involved, leaning on J.K. Dobbins over and over and over again like Marshall.
Over and over and over and.
That's who the Denver Broncos are.
By the way, super quick, New Orleans is open for business. Trade deadline is when, Kev? November 3rd or something? The Saints are open for business. I'm picking up on that, so I just want to alert everyone, you know.
Do they have anything worth a damn?
Demario Davis?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean,
I
don't know at 36 years old if he got anything left in the tank, but I know he's better than Alex Singleton.
By the way, Spencer Rattler got the first win for a quarterback the Saints have drafted since like 88 or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, damn. There were some weird football games. At 12:45, we're going to go over a few.